Thinking of buying a home in Canada or the U.S.? While the dream of home ownership is the same, the mortgage systems in these two countries are surprisingly different. First, mortgage terms. In Canada, mortgages have shorter fixed rate periods, usually 1 to 5 years, with a 25-year payoff period. When the term ends, you renew your mortgage at the current interest rate. This means Canadian homeowners face the risk of rising interest rates at renewal, but they could also be surprised with a rate decrease. In the U.S., most mortgages are fixed for 15 or 30 years, locking in the interest rate and monthly payments. Now let's talk about interest rates. In Canada, rates are tied to short-term benchmarks set by the Bank of Canada, making them more sensitive to economic shifts. Meanwhile, U.S. rates are influenced by long-term bond yields, which tend to be steadier. Shorter fixed-rate periods usually result in lower interest rates. The payments will usually be lower for a Canadian mortgage versus U.S. of equal loan amount, for the first 5 years anyways, because of the lower rates. That said, the payment difference may not be as much as you might think because of the 25-year term in Canada versus 30 years in the US. And what about credit scores? In Canada, scores from two companies, Equifax and TransUnion, range from 300 to 900, with 760 or higher being considered excellent. The US uses a similar model with scores ranging up to 850, and 700 or above is considered solid for mortgages. The U.S. also has a third credit bureau in Experian. A mortgage in Canada generally starts with lower payments, but they can rise at renewal. In the U.S., payments may be higher up front, but they stay the same for the entire term, which is usually 30 years. Each has their advantages, and variable rate and interest-only loans are also available in the U.S. Understanding these differences is key so you know what to expect if you're crossing the 49th parallel. Talk to a mortgage expert familiar with lending to newcomers if you do not have credit history in your new home country. Preparation is crucial to a successful move and acclimating quickly to your new home. Let us help. From the desert to the tundra, we are your cross-border retirement experts.